What's going on, Mexipino family? My name is Nico Blitz.
And I'm Jackie Ramirez.
And we have my cousin Andrew in the building, and we're going to educate him and all of y'all about our sponsors, Tap Tap Send.
So Tap Tap Send is a remittance app and your remittance best friend. You guys can send money from the US, UK, Europe, and Canada to the Philippines for 0 fees.
So, Drew, you're my cousin, right?
Yep.
And we got cousins in the Philippines. So, basically, it's kind of like Venmo, where you could send money over to our cousins in the Philippines. And then, basically, they get it for the dollar amount to the peso amount. So, right now, it's like $1 is 55 pesos. So, with this app, Tap Tap Send, you'll be able to send the full 55 pesos. With other spots, they'll take like 48 pesos and what have you. So, they'll basically like rip you off. Tap Tap Send, they ain't gonna do that.
That is comp.
Yeah.
Now that is comp.
That's comp.
That's comp. That's comp right there. And we're going to teach y'all all about comp and whatnot in the podcast. Let's get it.
So make sure you guys download Tap Tap Send and use code Mexipino for $20.
Kamusta na kayo?
Hola, hola, everyone.
What's going on? What it do?
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the Riz King in the building. My cousin Drew.
Goodness.
What up, man?
What's going on?
How are you, bro?
Doing good. It's cool.
I like how he's sitting up so
hella proper now, right?
I gotta get my posture straight for the camera.
I'm sick.
So
That's
first of all, my cousin Drew, he's here for literally an entire week.
Yep.
We kind of planned that out, but we didn't plan out the fact that he would be on this podcast. So this is his first time ever in front of a camera, doing a podcast, microphone, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So please excuse him if he's trying to get the rust off for the first couple of minutes.
Yeah. So Drew's from the Bay. Nico and him are, like you said, cousins. So we just wanted to see, because Drew is a very funny personality.
Oh, God.
And I just wanted to emanate through the screen and through the podcast as well. So
yeah, we've been having a lot of conversations, and I guess this is more so a convo where we're discussing old head versus new head type stuff, because Drew is 18 years old. I'm 30.
Well, first off, Drew thinks we're both old.
Yeah.
30's freaking old, bro.
30's old?
I didn't think you were 30, bro.
How old did you think I was?
At first, I thought you were 26 or something like that.
So what you're saying, 26 to you, a 16-year-old is not old?
It's not that much older. I mean, 26 seems younger than 30. 30 seems like, oh shit, you should have I don't know. You should be have kids or some shit. I don't know. That's just I don't know what I'm thinking.
He's damn, you don't have kids and you're not married. That's crazy.
So what you're saying is you should be at 30 years old. You should have kids and you should be married. Is that what you're saying, Drew?
I mean, 30 years old seems like a good time to have kids. I'd say that's when you should start having kids and starting your family and stuff. But everyone's different, so I don't judge. It is what it is.
Is that what you aim for? You aim to have kids and be married by 30?
I don't know, probably. I should have my life set up for me personally, have my wife and stuff. But
Wow.
I haven't seen the girl yet.
Okay,
I haven't seen a girl yet.
Okay, so I got a question, because Drew said, well, if you don't mind, right? So then me and Drew, we've been talking about girls during this entire time that he's been here, right?
Yeah.
We have.
That's crazy.
We have. So it's we'll be out in public and whatnot. We just went to the Dodger game the other night, and there's a group of shorties over there, and I'm hey, bro,
shorties, when the fuck do you ever use that term?
What? Well, because they're short and they're younger. What you want me to say?
You just saw this group of girls.
Okay, it's a group of girls, a group of females, and what have you, right? So I was like, hey, bro, spit your Riz, and he was like,
oh my gosh,
he's like, nah.
I was like, bro, they're 16 or some shit, bro. I'm like, nah.
Do you get awkward approaching girls?
I mean, if it's a group of girls, I'll get I don't know what to say.
You're more intimidated?
Yeah, I'm more intimidated because, shit, their friends are going to look at me and they'll start smiling. I might do something wrong. I'm like, oh shit, okay, no, I can't. But if it's a group of my friends going up to a group of girls,
It's more.
The confidence is up. We're yeah, let's do it. Let's hit a little 3-man action.
Whoa!
3-man, 2-man, whatever.
I don't think you want to hit 3-man or 2-man action on a girl, bro.
No, on a group of girls. If it's a group of them and a group of us, we're all right, let's hop on that 2-man or 3-man.
Okay, so then how much success have you seen on a 3-man versus a 3-girl action?
0% success rate. We're all talk. My friends and I are all talk, man. We're all talk.
I have a feeling like that's how it is. Like I feel like Drew, like until he's like face to face with a girl, he's just kind of like, oh fuck, you're actually real.
Do you feel like it's okay? So you're 18 and you were born in what 2004? Okay, so you were born in 2004. Jesus Christ!
So old.
Everybody, just imagine where the hell you were at in 2004 and what you were doing.
I mean, I wasn't that like much old.
gosh.
Like I wasn't like older. Like you were in 2004. You were what?
2004, I was in 5th grade.
Okay, see, I wasn't. Like I was young, but I like still. But like still, like I think the difference between me and Drew and like my cousin is like crazy. Like it's just different. I feel like I'm more of a millennial than a Gen Z because I was born in '98, so technically I'm Gen Z. Okay. But I feel more of a like millennial.
So Gen Z is like the 98 and above.
I think so.
Basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
So while Jackie's looking up that information, Drew, I gotta ask you, man. Like, so you being a Gen Z, do you feel like it is a lot more difficult for you to date? Because when I was around your age, I wouldn't say it was easy to date, but I feel like it was a lot easier to date.
I mean, it really depends. There's a lot of like places. There's a lot of like apps and shit you could use. I mean,
have you ever used a dating app? Have you ever used a dating app?
I've used it, but it's not serious. It's not for serious. It's like for jokes and shit.
Wait,
like,
okay, so what dating app? Because I've used a dating app literally once in my life.
Jackie
and that
been
was
on
it.
Bumble.
Yeah, I used to.
Like I have a Tinder, but like, but it's not for like. I'm not actually looking for a girl. It's just like for trolls. You know, it's like practice Riz type shit.
Practice Riz.
It's like for trolls.
I feel like your generation, like it's more of like online talk rather than face to face.
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
And I think it's because also too like you were in high school and during the pandemic.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's just like that, like communication of face to face is like completely gone.
No, it definitely is. COVID, man, like after being a year, just being online and stuff, like everyone's just on their phones, just texting.
That's crazy.
It's just FaceTimes. I mean, people still go out on dates and stuff, but I mean, yeah.
So do you feel like it's easier for you to like make friends, especially since everything is online? Because I made a lot of friends through like MySpace, if you even know what that is.
I've heard of it, but I don't even know what that is. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. What is MySpace, dude?
He said, "What is MySpace?"
What do you put on MySpace?
So think of
Oh my
MySpace
God.
like Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook all combined, really.
So-
and Spotify.
So yeah, it was basically all those things in one. So you basically had a page on the internet, right? You were able to put like, you know, your age and whatnot. You had your top 8, which was like your top 8 friends.
Okay.
And then you were able to put like music and then post notifications on a bulletin, right? And this bulletin was kind of like Twitter. You'd be like, oh, you know,
Like a status update type of thing. Yeah. And then like the song, you could pick a song. So every time someone came to your page, that was the first song that they would hear. And it was always like your favorite song.
Okay, that's pretty cool. Never heard of that.
So basically, you don't relate to any of the MySpace videos I'd be putting on my IG.
No, honestly, I'm just like MySpace. Nice. I'm like, cool, MySpace. No clue what that is.
Oh my God.
That's
I'm feeling fucking old
crazy.
already, y'all.
Yeah, no.
Okay, wait. So have you had any like crazy Tinder stories since you use it as a troll? I need to know now, bro.
No, I don't have any crazy stories. You just gotta hit them like with like a pickup line or some shit.
What's your like best? What's your constant pickup line that you go
Holy. Okay. What's the difference between you and my glasses?
to?
What?
What's the difference between you and my glasses?
Yeah.
I don't know.
My glasses sit higher on my face. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. You gotta get them going, you know. It's Tinder.
Some crazy ass shit.
You gotta shoot your shot, you know. It's
God,
whatever.
bro.
That's hilarious.
Yo.
Okay, what's another one that you use?
I mean, that's pretty much it.
can't
honestly.
that's how you
all
start
there
off the
is?
conversation.
Yeah, I mean, I don't always use that, but like, you know, it's cool.
Oh my God.
I'm not always on Tinder, but like, you know, if
I feel
there's a
like you
shorty
should
on
go
there.
on Bumble.
Bumble.
Yeah, because Bumble, the girl makes the first move. So like they have to message you first. Like you
okay.
can match, but they have to message you first in order to
Yes.
initiate a conversation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe.
You
that's
said
a maybe.
yes.
We'll
Yeah,
see.
you know? Is that
Yeah, I do, because I did a gig for Bumble once, and I was like, oh, this is cool. I
No,
guess
you
girls.
didn't.
I did.
when?
This was like 2017 or 18.
Damn, Bumble's that old?
Oh my god, bro, that's just 5 years old.
Bro, I thought Bumble just came out like maybe like 2-3 years
Oh
ago.
my God,
Oh,
dog.
Bumble's been
Oh
out
my
since like 20.
God.
I don't know, but when I was on it, it was like 2017, I think.
wow.
Yeah, 2018.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Jackie was all over Bumble. She was shooting
No,
her
I
shot.
was not.
Jackie was
Such
shooting
a
her
lie.
shot.
Okay, so my Bumble story was because I was in Chicago for like a work trip, and I was with like a bunch of girls. So one of my friends, she we were just trying to get her to like go out with somebody, like whether it was like in Chicago or back here in LA.
Yeah.
And we're just like, dude, just make an account, just make an account. She's like, oh, I'll only make an account if everyone makes an account. And we were all single at the time, so I was just like, okay, fuck it, like we'll all make an account. So we all made an account, and then we like I don't think we were trying to like look for anybody in Chicago. We were trying to look for somebody in LA for her. So we were swiping on people that we thought like on our personal profiles would be good for my friend, even though it wasn't her profile.
Yeah.
So we were just, and then like if we messaged the guy, we'd be like, hey, like I noticed we matched, but you'd be really good for my friend like so and so.
Oh my god! So you were playing quarterback on your
Yeah.
own Bumble
Yeah.
accounts.
I was playing quarterback on my own Bumble, yeah. And then, but like,
Damn.
I think I used it for like personal use for like maybe like a week, and then, but I never went out with
Whoa,
somebody.
whoa. Okay, we got 7 days of Jackie using Bumble by herself.
Well, yeah.
what
but,
you
like,
mean?
I never, like, I just would swipe on people, but like, I never went out with any of them because I was always so scared about like going out with people on dating apps.
Yeah.
So
'Cause you
what-
never know if they're like a serial killer or anything.
Yeah, no, for
So what you mean is you got the archives. We were able to see who Jackie swiped on back then.
No, because I deactivated my account. I think.
Damn.
I think I deactivated my account.
Negative Riz.
Oh,
Negative Riz. By the way, y'all, if you guys hear us say Riz throughout this entire podcast, it's actually a new term that
That we learned
Yeah.
because of Drew, like literally like a month ago or some stuff. like
exactly.
that.
So
Yeah.
what, Drew, why don't you explain what Riz is to the
All right,
people?
so Riz, it's just like it's just like the art of like getting girls, you know.
The
it's,
art of
it's like,
getting girls.
If you
What
could
the
like,
fuck?
if you could like flirt with them and like, you know, get their number, like their Instagram, whatever, like, you know, get them into you and stuff.
So what you're saying, if it's the art for getting girls, right? Is this only girls who like other girls, or is this girls who like other dudes too?
No, it's just like if it's just like whoever you want to get at.
Okay.
okay.
So in
Yeah.
ancient terms, basically, it's spitting game.
Spitting
Spin game, yeah, basically that. But you know, we're in 2023 now. It's called Riz.
He said, "Get with the times."
Oh my
He
God.
really
with the times.
did.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And Riz, I think you're telling us Riz is actually short for charisma.
Did I say that? I don't
No,
know.
Oh, someone
I
said,
think-
did you say
No,
that?
you-
I
think
think
you
I
said-
said that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was just like, I mean, it kind of makes sense because Riz is short for charisma. I would assume so.
What is charisma?
Oh god.
my God.
Oh my god.
Okay. Babe, you want to explain charisma as she drinks her coffee?
Yeah. Charisma is like the way that you present yourself, like the
Oh,
way
okay.
that like your personality is like, oh,
Yeah.
he has a certain type of charisma. Like
Charisma.
I'm sick. Stop.
Shout out to DJ Charisma.
Yeah, it's just the way like, you know, your personality, the way that
Okay.
you are. If you're a nice person, you know, if you know, are very smooth with your words, oh, he has like charisma. You know?
Okay, yeah.
It's like swag.
Yeah. Like, oh my god, I think that was our term, huh?
Yeah.
Was, like
I think swag must have been like our term, like because game was kind of like 2000 to
Yeah.
2010,
I think
and then
game-
swag was like 2010 to maybe 2015.
yeah, 2015 is like stretching it, I think. I would
Yeah.
even say 2010 to like 2013. I feel like game had, or no, I'm sorry, swag was just very short period of time.
Yeah, swag was a very, very short period of time.
But it feels like a lucid dream too.
Yeah, and then I guess what was from like 2013 to 2020, because I feel like 2020 is when like Riz and
Like
all that started.
it was always like, oh, get at them, you know? I like, oh, get at her or get at him.
Yeah, that's true. I feel like that was also like 2000. I guess like the 2000s kind of like made a comeback then around that time.
Yeah, I would say. Yeah.
But now we're in 2023 where Riz is all over the internet and whatnot. You even got Guap Dad 4000 saying he is not sure what Riz is. But yeah, and then, you know, we were all in the car, myself, Jackie, and Drew. And Drew just keeps on putting us up on more game.
Yeah, every time Drew talks, I don't know if I'm more confused or if I'm like really in good clarity of what the conversation is.
Yeah.
Because he be talking in like code so much, it's ridiculous.
So much code.
I mean, it's just like basic words. Like it's just shortened. It's just like it's like shortened words that like we use like up in like where I live. Like my
Okay,
friends
give us an example.
Okay, like what did I say last night?
I think you said comp.
Yeah, comp. Like, oh, that shit's hella comp. Like, that's hella good. You know, like shit like that.
So, but what is comp short for?
Competitive. Like competitive. Like in a competitive. Like when you see competitive, it's like they're like hella good and stuff. You know, it's competition. Like so, like if I were to say this setup is hella comp, like, dude, this setup is like hella cool and all, like shit like that.
See, where I could kind of get that messed up too is like comp short for like compromised.
I would.
You get what I'm saying?
I think I confused it for like what did I confuse it for? Because what did you use it in? You were saying like, oh, that's hella comp, and I'm like complimentary. Like
yeah. You said complimentary.
Yeah, complimentary.
Oh, when he was doing the window. When you were doing the window, I was like, yeah, that's hella comp right there. Because you got hella bugs and shit on there, you were like wiping it off. So then Jackie was like, he's never done this before. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's comp. That's comp.
Yeah, it's hella good, right?
Yeah.
I just don't. I mean, I kind of get what you're saying when it comes to comp.
I feel like comp is like stretching it. You know, like
Why?
it's like because it's like you have to if you have to explain it like hella, like the shortened word, then it's just like, oh. Yeah. I don't know if that's a good one, you know?
Well, that's why, like, a lot of these words, I'm like, you don't necessarily need to shorten it because if comp, in your terms, is competition, Jackie's is complimentary, and mine is compromised, it doesn't really do anybody any justice.
Yeah, true.
I feel like just, like, Gen Z terms in general are, like, hard to understand. Like, the abbreviations for things, the way that they, like, shorten words.
Well, even on like text messages too. Yeah. Like I could get a couple, right? Like if it's like FR, it's like I know that's for real.
Yeah. But you guys didn't even know what DW meant.
Well, I still don't even remember what that meant.
DW, whenever I hear DW, I think of like Arthur's little sister.
That's what I was. Yeah, I know. I think of that too, but no, it's don't worry.
Okay, so it's don't worry.
Yeah.
Now let me ask you.
I mean, I get.
Don't worry. Just type up "don't worry," bro.
But it's too long, bro. It's just DW.
What do you mean too long? Don't worry is literally like 4 letters on don't, 5 on worry.
I mean, you're saving your thumbs, man.
Oh my God. Saving your thumbs. See, I would love to read like a Gen Z essay.
Oh my God.
Now, Drew actually sent me his essay yesterday. I didn't get a chance to read it. But
this whole podcast is going to be us reading Drew's essay.
But literally, I can't imagine how you guys type because it's like, if you guys send over essays to your professors or your teachers and whatnot, it's like, you're going to have stuff like DW or like for real. It's like,
you can't shorten words like that on essays. On essays, it's professional.
Have you ever accidentally like shortened a word on an essay?
Never.
No.
Never.
Have you ever like emailed a teacher and be like DW?
No, never. I keep it professional, like when it's at school. Come on now.
Keeps it professional.
I keep it professional.
Nah, so that's why when he did the essay about Romeo and Juliet, he was like, Romeo was a boss for real.
Was a boss for real. That's crazy.
No, but Drew, like, actually, like, I've been telling Drew to...
A boss for real.
Hey, Juliet was in love for real, though.
Romeo was spitting game. Risen.
Hey, Romeo had so much riz, bro. Romeo had so much riz.
But we've been telling Drew to like put on his notes section some Gen Z terms because we wanted to learn. Okay. So Drew's gonna pull it up real quick because we need to learn. And I feel like I'd understand so many people like much better.
I mean, I don't have a lot, but do you guys know what glazing means?
Glazing. Okay, wait. So let's do it this way. Let's both give our definition of what we individually think individually think, me and Jackie, and then we go to what the actual term is. All right, Jackie, what is glazing to you?
Do you want me to put it in context?
No.
No,
No context. No context.
Okay, so glazing to me, I think of two things. Either it has to do with makeup or it has something to do that's really inappropriate.
Oh no.
Okay.
No.
No, I'm just gonna jump forward and go to. I thought it was something very inappropriate.
Yeah.
I feel like it's something like you're ejaculating on someone's butthole.
What
No,
the fuck?
okay.
What? Like a glazed donut, bro. Like a glazed donut.
Yeah, so that's why. Okay, the glazed donut is literally what I thought of like makeup terms because in like 2016, everyone like would put on highlight and they're like, "Oh, you look like a glazed donut." So like that's what I thought makeup wise. Like inappropriate wise, I thought it was like when you like finish on someone.
I like finish on their face. And
Yeah.
That's crazy.
you got like a glazed donut all up on the mouth. You feel me? See, but that makes sense, right? That makes
Okay,
sense.
so true. Now put it in context.
Okay, so glazing, it's just like you make the person like a lot better than they seem. Like you hype them up so much more. Like you like dick ride them basically. It's like basically dick riding. You guys know what dick riding is,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yes,
we do.
Okay, yeah.
yes.
That was our turn.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah. That's basically it's the same thing. Glazing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I guess.
So even
No, but you know what? It makes sense though, right? It actually makes more sense with both of our terms. Because like with makeup, for example, right? Like sometimes if you overdo it with makeup, it's like you make the person look like more than what
I
they
think
seem.
you're stretching it, babe.
No, I'm not stretching it. Wait,
think you are
no.
stretching it a
I'm
little bit.
onto something. I'm onto something,
you
right?
actually?
Yeah. And then if you're like dick riding, for example, and you're glazing, it's kind of like, well, the glazing in my term, it kind of makes sense. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? Okay, I guess
not really.
I guess I'm
definitions
stretching
are
here.
Crazy.
I guess I'm
sorry.
stretching here.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
glazing once again, it means like to basically build someone
dick
up,
ride.
Yeah.
build someone up to more than what it seems.
Yeah, like hype them up so much more. Like, oh my gosh, this kid, like no, he's the best like guy I've ever seen and stuff like that.
Got you. I got you.
That
I
makes
got
much
you.
more sense. Okay,
Yeah.
what's the other one you have?
Shouts out to the glazed donuts.
Chalked. You guys know what
Chalked.
chalked means?
Okay.
I've heard chalked. I need to remember it. I think chalked means fuck. I think chalked means like you're washed out. Like you're washed out. Is that what the word I'm looking for is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chalked
Yeah.
means that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like chalk kind
that
of,
way.
at least to me, the way I use the word chalked is kind of like it's compromised, like it's old, it's like out of here, like it's no longer relevant anymore. So it's chalked.
Yeah, chalked. Like it's done for. We usually like use it like when my friends and I used to like bet a lot.
Okay.
Holy shit,
In
we
what
lost so
way?
much money.
Okay. So how?
Like if our parlay got like cooked, like if some like
Wait, I'm sorry. If your parlay, what?
He said if my parlay got cooked,
so
bro,
like,
bro, just throwing out even more terms
Yeah.
on top of all this shit.
it's a bet parlay. So like you could like for betting you could do like straight bets. So you can only like choose one team to bet on.
Yes.
And put hella money, or you could choose like multiple teams. Like for example, like 4 teams. You could choose like if they win or whatever.
Yeah.
Like have them win, and then if like one of them loses. And like, or they're losing, we're like, oh fuck, dude, our parlay's chalked, dude.
Yeah, because
Fuck.
one part of the parlay didn't go through, so
Yeah.
your whole thing's chalked.
Makes
So it's done
sense.
for.
It's done for.
It's cooked.
Yeah, we lost our money.
Okay.
Make a new one.
I don't want to seem rude, but I'm on my phone because I'm saving images and I'm gonna show Drew
Whoa.
what they are, and because I want to see if he knows what they are as a Gen Z.
Oh boy.
Oh, okay.
Okay, let's see.
I just thought of this right now.
This kind of reminds me, like, you know, when you're in like one of those like a psychological class, and they're like, here's like a couple blobs. Let us know like what you think it is.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Wait. Okay. So, do you have any more Gen Z terms? You can keep on going.
I don't think so.
You don't know
I
for
mean,
real.
do you guys know what an NPC is?
Oh,
An
what?
NPC.
Yes. So an NPC.
Wait, hold on.
Okay. I know
Okay,
it. So
yeah,
let's
you
see if
know.
Jackie knows.
It has to do with gaming, right?
Technically,
I mean,
yes.
technically, yeah.
Technically, yes.
Non-player. See, the only word I can think of is console.
No. So NPC is a non-playable character.
Non-playable.
So if you're like in a video game and you see like basically characters that you can't really interact with or actually like use to play and advance in the game, they're a non-playable character.
Oh.
So in Gen Z terms, what does this necessarily mean?
In Gen Z terms, NPC is like, this guy's a weirdo. Like, he's not like main character vibes type shit. Like,
he doesn't have main character energy.
Yeah, this guy isn't a main character. Like,
I'm sick.
like if you're like for instance, like you're walking around school like with your friends and stuff, and then you'll see like, I don't know, like some random like on the side like try to talk to you or something. Like, dude, that guy's a fucking NPC.
He's an NPC.
Or like just
That's
weirdos in general,
crazy.
you know, just weirdos.
Oh my god. Hey, so out of all the terms you've said, I think I gotta use NPC.
Yeah,
because
NPC.
I
like that one.
Yeah.
That one's kind of a vibe.
Cause I like the main character energy, right?
Yeah.
So like that you can get off the rip. So when you call someone an NPC, cause I like
They're
video
kinda just
game,
like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Know what I
They're
mean?
just like, what the fuck?
yeah, like you fucking NPC.
Yeah.
That's fucking
Like
crazy.
if you have like a weird like coworker, for instance,
Yeah.
like, yeah, he's an NPC.
Have you had an NPC at work?
Oh yeah, definitely. We have like a couple NPCs at work, dude.
Oh, well, what makes them weird?
They're just like, they're just not cool, man. They're just weird.
not cool,
Yeah, they're just like, I don't know. They're just,
That's hella funny.
yeah. Nah, they just don't do shit and stuff.
Damn.
Okay,
Yeah.
I got hella things now that I think about it.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? We want to stop the podcast momentarily to tell you all about our sponsors, Tap Tap Send.
Tap Tap Send is your remittance best friend that can help you send money to your family in the Philippines for 0 fees from the
Yes.
UK, US, Europe, and Canada.
So me and Drew's my cousin. We got cousins over in like Australia. We got other cousins over in the Philippines. He actually just downloaded the app right now and he used code Mexipino to make sure he got $20 that he could send to our cousins in the Philippines right now. Ain't that right, Drew?
Yep. Gotta send it.
He's like, now I just have to debate on which cousin to send it to.
I know. That's the thing about the Triunfante blood, man. We got too many cousins. So it's
So
like
many.
$20. That's going to go across literally 20 people.
So make sure you guys download Tap Tap Send app right now and use code Mexipino for $20.
Once again, Jackie's pulling up a whole bunch of images from Google, and then she is going to see if Andrew knows what each of these images
Okay.
are.
Babe, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Oh,
This is
boy.
what I'm going to show Drew, first of all. Okay? Drew, do you know what this is?
Is that a CD? No, it's not a CD. Sorry. No. That looks like a tape recorder like you put in your car or some shit.
Oh my God, bro.
What is that?
This is a floppy disk.
It's a floppy disk.
What is it? I've heard of that, but I've never seen that before.
Okay, so
This is going to be
Yeah.
so fun.
oh, this is great. This is
I have no clue what
great.
that
Shouts out to Jackie for pulling this one all the way out of her glazed.
Oh my God.
So a floppy disk. Think of a floppy disk as kind of like a memory card.
Okay.
That's all it is. So you were able to put like information on there, and then basically you get a computer, you put your floppy disk in, you put that information onto the floppy disk. Now you can take this floppy disk and put it like in another computer or whatever to transfer the information.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so this was before AirDrop. This was
Like
before
a-
CDs.
Like a USB drive.
Yes, basically.
okay.
It was basically like a USB drive.
I'm so
I
sick
see.
at this.
Yeah, USB
Okay.
drive.
All right.
There we go.
So now you know what a floppy disk is. Do you
Okay.
know what this is?
Oh, bro, we use that at school. That's a
Okay. I didn't know we actually use that at school.
That's a projector. Like
Okay,
you put
alright.
like the clear sheet on there, and then the light, and then the light like projects up, and then the teacher like writes on it, and you can see like everything.
Okay.
We use that, like, in
Okay,
elementary
okay,
school.
okay.
Come on now, yeah.
I don't know, man, because all I know is like, because when I heard about like, you know, my alma mater, my high school, they started using iPads and everything.
Oh, damn.
So then I'm over here thinking like, okay, if they're using iPads, like, does that mean there's no more like chalkboards? Like, are there no more like projectors?
Well, there's no more chalkboards. I know when I was in high school, like my senior year, they had painted my Japanese teacher's like chalkboard with like a whiteboard substance because they told her like we're not using that anymore.
Ah, okay.
So
So
I think
Dr-
it's now just like whiteboard.
That's
Yeah,
wild.
whiteboards.
So Drew,
They literally paint over the chalkboard.
Whiteboards are like starboards.
what's a starboard? What the fuck is a starboard?
Starboard is like
What is?
So like there's
I'm
like
so
a
confused.
projector like on top, like it's on the ceiling, and then like it projects onto like a whiteboard, and you have like this like magic pen that like is connected to the projector, so like you could just tap on the whiteboard and like
Oh, I think I've seen
Oh,
those.
okay. So it's kind of like an interactive projector,
Yeah,
basically.
yeah.
Oh, okay,
that's cool,
that's
that's
kind of
cool.
cool. That's
Yeah.
kind of cool.
Okay, the next one I'm gonna show Drew is this one. Do you know what this is?
word art. Yeah, different fonts. I don't know. I don't know.
That's on you, babe, because I actually forgot the actual term for it, but I remember seeing that growing
Yeah,
up.
so this was like before like, you know, CapCut and like Final Cut and any of those like editing softwares that you could like actually put fancy font. You have to use Word Art Gallery on like a PC.
Oh, what the hell? That's a lot of work.
Yeah,
That's
so
a lot.
Jesus Christ, no, well, actually, it simplified the word
It
because
actually, yeah, because then like you had different like options as to like different word art.
Okay.
And anytime you typed it on the computer, that's how it would pop up. So you used it for like projects and stuff like that.
Yeah, but you could just change the font like on the top left corner and type it out.
Yeah,
Well,
but this
so-
one gave
bro, I'm saying like they didn't have that many options. Those were literally
this was
all the options.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And you
Yeah.
couldn't even change the colors.
Damn.
Yeah,
You
so
couldn't change the colors?
No.
No.
So you
Oh.
were stuck with whatever.
Oh, that
like,
sucks.
and so far Drew is 1 for 3,
One for
which
three.
actually isn't that bad.
Okay. This one I think you know, but like I just want to show him if he knows what that is. Do you know
Okay.
what that handle is?
Oh yeah, dude. My dad's van has that. It's it's to roll the window down. Of course.
yeah.
Come on now.
Okay.
Come on.
Do you know what this is?
It's a tape recorder.
Okay, is it? Well, it's not a tape recorder.
Or like a. It's like you can play music on that, right?
yes, yes,
it's
yes,
a cassette
yes.
tape.
It's a
Yeah,
cassette
so
okay.
this is
Cassette
the one.
tape.
This is the one that goes in your
Okay,
car.
yeah. Yeah, my mom had that in her old Volvo. There we go.
Actually, I actually had a cassette player in my old car too. So check this. Like this was like my car was so ancient, right? It didn't have like an aux cord or anything. It was like a 1990 like 5 Honda Accord or something along
The
those
green
lines.
one?
The green one, yeah. The green. You remember that car?
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
so Drew remembers that car. And so it didn't have like an aux cable, so and iPhones were around already. And so what I had to do was I had to get a cassette recorder that had like an aux
that
cable
had the aux
attached
cable.
to it. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so then I was able to plug it in,
Fuck.
plug in my iPhone to that, and then boom,
go.
I was able to get iPhone music onto
That's
my car.
crazy. Okay.
That was
Drew,
legit.
Do you know what this is?
I've seen that before. Shit. Discman? Dude, I know you could like plug in your headphones to that, no?
Okay.
Okay, close enough. It's
well,
a CD player.
Yeah.
Okay, CD
So
player.
literally, instead of walking around with like AirPods or headphones plugged into your phone, you would have to carry this and put in your CDs and put it inside and then put on your headphones, and you would
Okay,
have
yeah.
to walk around with it.
Yeah.
that's
That one says
So this was like the first iPod.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess you
That's
could say.
huge.
that one says Discman, but then a lot of people really know it as like a Walkman.
Walkman. Yeah.
Or a Walkman, yeah.
Walkman, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those are legit though, because I was slanging CDs when I was like 14, bro.
Yeah.
Because back when like LimeWire was around, you know what LimeWire is? Oh God, Jesus Christ.
I don't know what that is. Sorry.
So again, Drew does not relate
you-
to any of the
do you
fucking
know-
videos that I put on my Instagram.
Do you know what?
I just
He just
like
likes
it.
the-
I like it. Nice, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, first of all, wait. Let me get this off first. So then, like, I would go on LimeWire where I was able to like download music. This is all alleged, by the way. And then I would,
'Cause it
put
was
music
illegal.
on there and then basically like slang CDs to my friends. So if you were like, oh, I want this new like T-Pain, bro.
What? Do you know what burning a CD means?
No, do you burn it in a fire?
Oh my God.
That's why, because you were
wow.
explaining it, and I was just like, I don't think he's gonna get it. So burning a
Damn.
CD meant. Oh shit!
Yo.
Jesus Christ! Oh my God! I'm having a fucking.
I love this podcast,
existential
by the way.
crisis right now. I'm sick. Okay, so burning a CD meant that you would illegally download music and put it onto a CD.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, I've heard of that before.
So yeah, that's what burning a CD means.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn, burning.
And then next thing you know, you make like $5 over here, $5 over there. You
Yeah.
feel, you know what I mean?
And that's how
Dude.
like instead of making a playlist for like a girl you like, you'd make a CD for her, a mixtape.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
I've heard of that before.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then you'd put like, DJ Drew Bayot or something. You know what I mean? Like you do all of that. You
Now
put
you putting
a
his
little
whole
heart.
government up there.
You put a little heart at the top, right?
Just for you.
Since you're a gamer, I think you'll know what this is. But
Oh, that's a Playboy.
A Playboy.
A
First of all, that's not a
Playboy.
Playboy,
Okay, sorry,
bro.
wait, hold on.
That's not a Playboy.
That's a Nintendo.
Nintendo what?
No, I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna like. No,
it's
no.
a Game Boy.
It's a Game
Okay.
Boy, bro.
I said Game Boy.
No, you
said
said
Playboy.
Playboy.
Oh, okay. That's what I meant though. Game
Oh my
Boy.
dog, a Playboy.
Okay,
a
no,
Playboy
sorry, that's what I
bunny.
meant.
I'm like,
Yeah, next
Game
thing you know,
Boy.
you better show him a Playboy. He's gonna be like, yeah, I know what a Playboy is.
Okay, no Game Boy. Yeah, no, that's what I meant. That's what I meant.
okay.
Yeah, I know.
All right. That
Yeah.
was my test. That's all I have right now.
I seen that.
And that was a cool test. That was very unprecedented, by the
Yeah,
way.
it was.
That's pretty
Because
good.
then he was like teaching us things. So I was like, what did
Yeah,
we teach him?
it was
things?
very unpress.
Yeah.
Impressed. It works.
It works, right? Unpress,
What is
unprecedented.
No, that doesn't
We're
work.
just
dude.
showing-
It does work. It does
doesn't
work.
work.
What
I've
the fuck?
You can't say unpressed, like, bro.
That's
unpressed,
hilarious.
like,
I was
shit.
unpressed,
I don't
bro.
know.
That's hella
Oh
funny.
my
I have no
god,
clue.
babe, what are you looking up right now?
Oh.
You got
I
one
wanna
more?
know. I have like a couple more.
Okay, Jackie has a
Actually.
couple more. At this
on.
point, Drew is like 2 for like 8. I
Yeah,
think.
I think it's pretty
he
bad,
kind of knew what
actually.
burning a CD was.
Yeah.
He also got Playboy mixed up with Game Boy.
Okay,
I
that's
think these are pretty easy, so hopefully you get them.
Oh boy.
But like, okay,
Okay. Ooh.
do you know what that is? Oh my gosh, she's really blinking.
Oh, you can play movies on that.
Yes.
Okay,
Do you know
okay.
what it's called?
No clue.
It's called a VCR.
No, it's called
play-
a VHS.
VHS. Shit, Jesus
okay, VHS.
They both don't know what it is. That's
I know the
crazy.
name.
I got
know
my
what it is.
V's mixed up.
Oh my
I know what
gosh.
it does. That's what matters. Here.
Okay, yeah, you know what
That's
it
what
does.
matters.
Do you know what these are?
Oh yeah, you plug that into your like Nintendo or Game Boy or whatever.
Yeah, you plug
Yeah,
it into
well-
your Playboy.
Yeah.
You put it like on the bottom and like boom.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
See, there it is.
Yeah.
Do you know
I'm a
what you would
gamer.
have to do when it doesn't work?
Yeah, you gotta.
Damn. Do it again. Do it again. Do it again.
It's a little. you gotta blow like the dust off, and then you gotta like, give it a little wipe too, and then you can like stick it in. Boom. That's it.
Whoa!
Whoa, that's what she freaking said. Jesus Christ.
You explained all of that. You got a little blow on it, wipe off the dust, and then plug it in.
That sounds even worse, dude. Oh my gosh.
That's fucking
yeah.
crazy. Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
I love this podcast.
Oh, this is a
Yeah,
great.
it
This
is.
is probably one of my favorite podcasts so far.
Yeah.
There is a Gen Z term. I mean, do we call it a Gen Z term at this point?
I think it's just a term now. I wouldn't say like it came during the Gen Z era, but like I don't think it's a Gen Z term.
Well, rather, I think it's a term that was like really popping off over the past couple years. I still kind of never really knew what it meant. Jackie was the one who uses it all the time.
It was actually Merriam-Webster's word of the year last year in 2022.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, and this word is known as gaslighting or
gaslight.
gaslights.
Gaslighting. Okay.
Yes. So, for everybody who doesn't necessarily know what gaslighting is, let me pull it up on my phone really quick.
Oh my
So,
gosh.
the first definition of gaslight is a type of lamp in which an iridescent mantle is heated
Oh
by
my
a
gosh.
jet of burning gas. That is definitely not what we're talking
no,
about today.
gaslighting.
So, gaslight is a verb to manipulate someone using psychological methods into questioning their own sanity or powers of reasoning.
Yes.
And basically, what we wanted to do today, ladies and gentlemen, we wanted to talk about this term gaslight and see how it is used and how we are affected by it in both the Filipino and Mexican communities, families, friends, etc.
Yeah. I mean, I just feel like gaslighting can be like used in like personal relationships in like friendships, and it can be used no matter what.
Hell yeah.
Because a lot of people like, I don't want to say what I'm about to say because then they're gonna get mad at me.
Go say it.
Because usually in like relationships and romantic relationships, men are usually the ones that like will gaslight.
Damn.
In families, I think like moms are the ones that like tend to gaslight.
So what you're saying is guys will gaslight early, but then in the long run, women are the true gaslighters of a family.
Well, we have to learn it from somewhere, right?
Ooh.
Ooh.
Oof.
Drew is so
Oh shit! That's fired.
So what you're saying is you don't learn from past mistakes, women.
Yeah, I hate you. That's gaslighting. That's gaslighting. Oh, shit. You're manipulating me, which means that's gaslighting.
I'm just making sense of all the information that you're giving me today.
You're so dumb.
So Drew, who's right?
Who's right?
Who's right between me and Jackie right now?
I
think it's you. He said I'm right. He said I'm right.
Drew went.
He pointed without even looking. Well, to give a very simple way of like gaslighting before we get into like the very like detailed and like, you know, like more complex issues of gaslighting. So as a Warriors fan, right?
Oh my gosh.
I think, oh no, for real. As a Warriors fan, we've been exposed to greatness for the past couple of years, ever since what, 2015, right? I'd say 2015. So
Damn.
for the years where we feel like we're gonna win, right? We gaslight ourselves into thinking, oh, you know, Warriors in 4.
Yeah.
You know, we always believe that we're gonna win in like 4 freaking games in
Sweep.
every single series. We always feel like we're gonna sweep. And then even so, we think, oh, you know, Warriors in 5, Warriors in 6. We always have this like predetermined belief that we're going to win. So Warrior fans, we gaslight ourselves into believing that we're going to win in 4 games every single time. So that's to simplify gaslighting for you, ladies and gentlemen.
I think like for like Mexican families, like our families tend to gaslight, especially like when it comes to women, like whenever we want to go out.
Yeah.
Like our moms will try and gaslight us into not going out.
Oh yeah.
If that makes sense. Yeah, like they'll make us feel guilty and they'll make us think that we're doing something bad if we go out.
I get that. I
think that's just like one example that I can think of right now.
So my parents, they've kind of like gaslit me sometimes, right? So like for when I like lived back in the Bay Area, they'd always tell me like, hey, you know, you can go out, but make sure you're back in time for Toby because Toby's getting old and then Toby needs some water. Toby needs to eat. So it's like, you can go out, but make sure you're back early because your dog is here and you need to take care of your dog. And I'm like, dog, like, come on.
The amount of times you use dog in that sentence. No, I feel like with me, like, it was always like, It was to make me feel bad and to also feel like I'm doing something wrong. Like, oh, because you're gonna do this, like this is gonna happen, you know? Or it's because you did this that now this is happening. It's just kind of like, okay, like that's kind of fucked up, but all right. Like, I don't know why like a lot of like Mexican and Filipino families, they want us to live our lives, but when we do, they try and gaslight us thinking that we're doing something wrong.
Exactly. I think, and this is not in my family's particular case, but like I know a lot of like the homies and whatnot, it's like they want to do like A, B, and C. They want to do this, that, and the third, but you know, they're always just so pressured into becoming like a nurse or a doctor or whatever, right? So it's like, yeah, you know, you can do whatever you want. Just make sure that you're making a lot of money by being a nurse or being a doctor at the end of the day. It's like, well, I don't really get that opportunity to do it anymore. Yeah. You feel me? Drew shaking his head in agreement.
Yeah. Well, both you guys are like, I mean, I can relate to both you guys. Whenever I want to go out, my mom is always like, all right, make sure you get home before 11. You know, bad things happen when you're out at night with your friends. And she's like, oh, I want you to stay home and stuff like that. I'm like, Mom, I'm just like in the same city. Like, we're just 10 minutes away. Like, we're just chilling.
Mom, we're just going to Buffalo Wild Wings.
We're just going bowling, Mom. There's nothing crazy that's happening at bowling. And she's like, all right, you better be careful.
It's cosmic bowling.
Yeah, like,
Bro, you were telling me something yesterday about like your mom asking you about like when you were going to work.
oh yeah, dude. She asks me like every day, like whenever I go to work, like she'll ask me like, oh, what time do you have work? And I'm like 1 every day. Like that's like my set schedule. She knows my schedule. I've been working here for like the past year now, and she still doesn't know my schedule.
No, literally, that's how it was when it came to me like dating. My dad would always ask me like, "Oh, who are you going out with?" And like if I was dating like somebody who wasn't Nico at the time, like I'd be like, "Oh, I'm going with like so and so to the movies." "Oh, so you're going to the movies?" I literally just told you that I'm going to the movies. Like, and then when I started dating Nico, it was obviously like consistent that I was going out with him. So my dad would be like, "Oh, are you going with Nico?" I'm like, "Yeah, who else am I gonna like? I don't hang out with anybody else." Or when it comes to work, like my parents would be like, "Oh, do you work today?" I'm like, I have a contract. Like, I am salary now, guys. Like, I work every day. Like, literally, I just got off the phone with my mom. And she's like, "Oh, because we have a quince and a wedding this weekend." And so my mom's like, "Oh, are you going to go get, like, your nails done, your feet done?" I'm like, "Yeah." She goes, "When?" I was just like, "Oh, like, I have time tomorrow and Friday, so I'm going to go." "Oh, you have it off?" "No, I just have time." I just have time, Mom. Like, and she was like, "Oh, okay." I'm like, I don't have any days off at this point in my life.
That should be happening so much. I think parents tend to like gaslight themselves, especially in like the Filipino and Mexican communities, right? Yeah. And here's a actually very prime example. So like Jackie and I, we were trying to decide because this upcoming weekend, I have to be in Vegas on Friday, right? And then I have to be back in LA for Saturday because we have a quince to attend. But then also we have a wedding to attend for my cousin on Sunday, right? Damn. So we're telling my mom about all of this, right?
Drew's like, damn, couldn't be me.
Yeah.
Back to back to back.
Back to back to back. So we're telling my mom about this, and we're just telling my mom, like, yeah, Mom, we're still trying to figure it out. Like, we're kind of just venting it out, right? Next thing you know, a couple days, my mom is like, "Oh, like, why don't you tell your Ata Ashley about like everything that's going on and maybe she can help you out." I'm just like
help us figure out like either like just a solution to everything.
Yeah, just a little solution, right? Yeah. And so we end up not talking to my Ata Ashley because Jackie and I figure it out on our own what we are gonna do. Mm-hmm. We didn't tell anybody what we were gonna do. Next thing you know, a couple days later, my mom is like, "Oh, so I went ahead and told like Ata Ashley that you guys just weren't gonna go." And I'm like, dude, like,
and then I'm in the car and I tell Nico, I'm like, why would she do that? Like, we didn't agree to that.
And it's like my mom just gaslit herself into believing that we weren't gonna go when we didn't even make a decision yet.
And I feel like that's what it is with a lot of like Filipino and Mexican families. It's just like you try and vent, and then they're just like, "Okay, well, then just don't go." Yeah. I'm like, no, I'm just literally telling you what like my struggle right now.
Oh my God, yeah.
But I feel like even then, like, when you tell like your families, or I don't know if this happens to you, Drew, but like let's say you're trying to vent to your mom, and then it's just kind of like, "Oh, well, like, get over it, or it's not a big deal."
I mean, no, my mom's just not understanding, so.
Oh, your mom's understanding. That must be nice.
Oh, there we go.
No, she's not.
Oh, she's not understanding.
No, I'll tell her some things, and then she'll just like, I don't know, go off to a different topic, and I'm just like, okay.
We love you, by the way, that's Tito. Cool. We're just venting in front of cameras and a microphone.
I don't think your mom's gonna watch.
She's not gonna listen to this. It's all good.
Oh my God.
She'll just see the clips on Instagram.
No, we won't make that. We won't make that a clip.
No, she's not on Instagram either, so it's good.
She's not on Instagram either?
No.
That's crazy. She's on Facebook though.
Like rarely.
Okay, so she ain't even.
She's not.
She's good. She's good.
Yeah,
she's good.
She's not seeing this.
Another example of gaslighting on a very like smaller scale, right? Like, I legitimately have a peanut allergy. We would go.
I thought you were gonna say something else. The way you like elongate like peanut.
You thought I have a penis allergy or what?
It sounded like you were gonna say penis. Like, I thought you were gonna say I have a penis. I'm like, yeah, we know that, babe. Like,
oh my God. Well, I have a peanut allergy,
you see
right?
what I mean?
Yeah.
He elongated.
Yeah.
I have a peanut allergy. What do you want? I have a peanut allergy. What you want me to say?
Just say peanut.
Peanut.
I have a peanut allergy.
There we go.
Okay, so I have a peanut allergy.
No, he did it again. You see?
Jesus Christ.
I see.
And so we would go to like this Vietnamese restaurant, right? And so then I would end up ordering like just like a plate with rice, some meat, and like some little sauce on the side or whatever. And so every time we would go to this restaurant, I would get like a scratchy throat. And I wouldn't say anything because I thought it was just kind of normal.
Itchy?
Scratchy, itchy, whatever. And so
Scratchy is what you do
God.
after you itch. So you have an itchy
so
throat.
an itchy throat. I would get a freaking itchy throat, okay? So I would have an itchy throat. And so I just thought it was normal until I just felt like it wasn't normal anymore. And so whenever we would go back to that restaurant again, I would be like, hey, can you just do no peanuts? They're like, yeah, sure. And sure enough, no itchy throat. So I confirmed with myself, I literally have a peanut allergy, right?
But you never went to the you never went to the doctor for this.
I never went to the doctor for this. But for the other accidental times where I've had peanuts, guess what? Throat swells up, EpiPen, boom. I'm good to go.
You never use an EpiPen in your fucking life. Don't even.
Okay, well, medicine or whatever to make sure that the swelling goes down.
I just want to clarify. You've never used an EpiPen, right?
Fine, I've gaslit myself into believing that I've used an EpiPen. Okay, is that what you wanted to hear? Is that what you wanted to hear?
I just wanted to clarify that. He's never used an EpiPen.
I'm just saying EpiPen for simple terms to make sure people understand what the hell is going on.
Okay, sure.
So I get medicine to make sure that the swelling goes down. So I tell all my family this, and they're just like, you don't even have a peanut allergy, dude. Like, it's all in your head. I'm like, what do you mean it's all in my head? It's literally happened every single time. So they gaslight me into believing that I don't have a peanut allergy when it is surely affecting me.
No, literally, I think that happened to me. Well, I know that happened to me when I was younger on like 2 different instances. So first off, I have an apple allergy.
You have an apple allergy?
Yeah, I do.
Oh my gosh. No way.
I do.
Yeah, tell her. And she drinks apple juice. Tell me about that.
Apple juice?
No, but it's like the concentrated one. So like it still has like flavoring of like, yeah.
Okay.
So
Treetop.
anyway, so I like the actual apple, like I've all like same thing with Nico. I get an itchy throat. And it wasn't until like I was maybe like, I want to say 12 or 13, where I told my mom, like, Mom, it literally like hurts. And she's like, here, let me see, open your mouth. And she sees my tongue and she goes, oh, you know what? I think we should go to the doctor. I had been telling her this for like 5 years. My mom now believes I have an apple allergy, but my dad still believes I don't. He's like, I don't think she just likes fruit. I'm like, okay, like I literally get an itchy throat, 1. And 2, when I was younger, for both my brother and I, anytime we were sick, my mom would always say, it's all in your head. It's all in your head. It's all in your head. So I would never like get the chance to skip school, even if I was sick. And I knew I was sick. Obviously, it's my fucking body.
Yeah.
And so she would always be like, it's all in your head. Like, no, you just don't want to go to school, or you just don't want to like go and do this test or whatever. And they would always ask like, oh, what do you have at school that day? Yeah. And if I had a test, it's all in your head. I'm like, I am sick. I literally do not feel good. Until one day I was in the nurse's office and then I started throwing up. Oh, and then they called my mom. They're like, hey, like, it's like she's sick. And my mom, she's like, can I talk to her? So I grabbed the nurse's phone and I was like, hello. She goes, it's all in your head. What's wrong? I was like, I'm throwing up. Like, I want to go home. And my mom's like, okay, well, if you get home, you know that you're going to be in trouble, right? And I'm like,
in trouble for throwing up?
For being sick. For being sick.
Dude, that's how it be, man.
And
I swear.
And literally, like, my brother was obviously older than me, so he had gotten me from my grandma's house because she would take care of me during the day after school, and then we just walk back to my house. And then I'm in the driveway, and my brother's like, hey, are you sure you're sick? Because mom and dad are going to get really mad if you're not. And I'm like, yeah, I am. And as I was saying that, I threw up in my grandma's driveway. I get home. My mom's like, oh, so I guess you really were sick. I was like,
damn.
I've been.
Damn,
that's cold.
No, they didn't. But my mom would always like tell me, like, it's all in your head. It's all in your head.
Your parents ever do that to you, Drew?
Dude, whenever like I was actually sick, my parents would be like, "No, you got to go to school still." I'd be like, I'd be like, "I'm literally not feeling good," and then they'll be like, "You want to go to the ER?" And I'm like, "No, it's not that serious. I'm just like, I'm not feeling good right now." There was one time like, I told my dad like before I went to school, I was like, "My dad, I have like sharp pain in my stomach. Like it actually hurts. Like I'm shitting and stuff." and then he's like, "No, you're fine. Just take some ibuprofen or whatever, Advil." So I take it. I'm still like feeling like shit. I'm in class, and my stomach starts rumbling, dude. And like it gets worse and worse. And then I tell my teacher, I'm like, "I gotta go to the nurse. I gotta like call my dad." And I call my dad, and he's like, I'm like, "Dad, I'm not feeling. I need to go home." And he's like, "All right, I'm gonna go pick you up." He picks me up. I'm in his car. And I'm like, "Yeah, no, my stomach hurts." So he's like, "Are you sure?" I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, "No, you're fine. You need to go back to school." so he tells me to get out of the car, and he's like, "All right, just go back up to class." And I'm like, "Are you serious?" He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Do you need to go to the ER for this?" I'm like, "No." And he's like, "Yeah, you're fine then." And I'm like, "Oh my!" I'm like, "Wow, that's fucking crazy." I'm like, "Oh shit."
So he picked you up and then was just like, "No, go back."
Yeah, he came just to talk to me in person, just to tell me to go back to class.
That's
And I was like in 5th grade at this time. I was like, "Oh my gosh, no way this is happening right now."
There's no way, bro.
That's wild. I'd be so pissed. I'm like, "You're already here. Can we just go home?" Like, that's wild.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's for like when I was younger though. Like once I started getting like older, like high school, middle school, like if I told them I was sick, I was like, "I'm just staying in bed," and then they're not gonna do anything.
Oh yeah.
Like, they can't like. They're not gonna force me. I'm laying in bed. I'm not gonna get up.
No, it didn't.
Yeah.
That never worked for me. I like.
Oh damn.
I had perfect attendance up until like 7th or 8th grade because they would never let me skip school.
Okay, well, I mean, perfect don't mean anything. But
Yeah, because even if I wanted to skip school or even if we had something that day, they'd be like, "Go to school for at least half the day so that way it counts, and then we'll take you out." I'm like, I can just not go.
Oh hell no.
Yeah.
I had swine flu at one point.
Oh yeah, he had swine flu.
What is that?
The swine flu like epidemic.
You were around, bro. You were literally around. I mean, you were
Wait, this
probably
was like 2012 though.
Okay, no, this was like 2010. So you were like 6.
Yeah, so he doesn't remember.
Okay, that's fair. That's
Ebola?
fair. No,
Ebola?
it wasn't Ebola, bro. What the fuck?
Shit, that's one of the only diseases I remember.
Bro, how the fuck you know Ebola? You don't know swine flu?
Well, because Ebola was in 2012, I think.
Was it? I don't know.
Yeah, it was like-
it was something around that time.
God. No,
Zika
swine flu,
virus.
basically think of like, you know how COVID came from a bat?
Yeah.
This shit came from a pig, but it didn't like spread as quickly.
Oh,
I'm just saying.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but I had swine flu, and then my parents were like, "Oh no, you're staying at home." I'm like, "Thank you for believing
Well,
me,"
because
I'm
swine
literally
flu-
throwing
Actual
up.
disease.
Swine flu
Yes.
was like an actual like it was like going around like crazy.
Yeah, it started in the Bay.
It did?
I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying that because
why would you-
hella things started in the Bay.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? It's comp.
That's not it. That was not the
No,
right.
that was no. No, that
I was like,
not the
try again.
Yeah, that's not the terminology. That's not the terminology.
That's how
That was
it
not comp to get sick.
Oh damn, that was not comp. All right, well, I'm done feeling old for this motherfucking podcast,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen.
I think damn, I'm not even that much older than Drew and I feel kind of old. Yeah, like my cousin literally asked us the other day. She was just like, "Oh, Jackie, like what?" It was Carly, right?
Yeah.
She's gonna be 15. That's whose quince it is.
quince, nice.
Yeah. And she asked us, she's like, "Oh, Jackie, when did you graduate?" I was like, 2016. And she goes, "Oh, that's kind of like hella long ago." I'm like,
What?
and then I told her, I
old.
was like, "Well, ask Nico to make myself feel better." And then she was just like, "Nico, when did you graduate?" He goes, "College, 2016. She goes, "No, high school." He goes, 2011. She goes, "Oh, yeah, you're really old."
shit.
Oh, hella mad, like, dude.
Nico's
So
older than my
mad.
brother.
Really? Oh. How old's
Yeah.
your brother?
He's gonna be 29.
No, he's about to be 30. He was
he's-
born in
yeah,
94.
Actually, he's gonna be
Yeah.
He's gonna he is 29. He's gonna be 30 next year in February.
Yeah, you know, it's comp.
I'm dating someone older than my brother. That's crazy.
Well, and I'm dating someone younger than my sister. I don't make a big
That's
deal about
wild.
it.
Interesting. Yeah. Once you get to that age, it doesn't matter.
It says you're 18.
Well, because like when you're 18, like, nah, never mind.
What?
What? No, say it.
No, because like your guys' age difference is like, What?
5 years?
5 years.
5.5 years? Yeah.
Yeah, when you're 18, you know, you can't. You can only go older. You can only go up from there.
I mean, that's definitely a fact. I mean,
Yeah,
because if you're
can't go
17, you can't date someone who's 22, or
Yeah.
vice versa. Rather,
Don't date a 21-year-old.
Yeah, no, I know. It's-
No. When you're 19, maybe.
Yeah.
But like
If you're like 18, you can only date like
to 20, maybe.
17 to 19. That's it.
You know what
That's
I'd be
crazy.
telling Jackie
I'd say
sometimes?
that.
You know what I'd be telling Jackie sometimes? Because when I graduated college is when she graduated high school.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, damn, like basically I was dating a high schooler.
Yeah, but then I tell him like something like
shit.
elementary school wise. Like I'm all like, oh, when you were in high school, I was like still middle school. And he's all like, okay, well, when you say shit like that, I'm all like, yeah.
Oh
So-
my God. Anyways, I'm done feeling freaking old, everybody. Thank you for listening to the Mexipino podcast. Shouts out to my cousin Drew. You want to give everybody your IG and whatnot? For the clout?
Or the
It's
TikTok.
For the clout?
Just at Andrew Bayot with 2 T's at the end.
Oh,
Boom.
yeah.
Simple. Yep.
There you go.
Shout out Claycord though, for where I'm from.
Clay cord?
Clayton/Concord, California.
Play chord.
Oh my God. See, now you're fucking combining words and shit.
It's like the same. Like they're right next to each other. So
Play chord.
I bet they are. My name is Nico Blitz.
You're from Walnut Creek.
I was born in Daly City actually.
And
Even worse.
And I'm Jackie Ramirez.
Andrew Bayot.
And this is the Mexipino podcast. Adios, everybody.
Bye.
Peace.